Hi, I'm Nikki Leeper. I am an artist of any and all mediums that I can get my hands on, but predominantly I like to use recycled and found objects to sort of cobble together different creations. Well, I came out of the womb holding a paintbrush. My dad is also an artist of a very similar bent. He is a stop motion fabricator and animator. So I grew up with art supplies and all kinds of crazy, weird, random inspiration. I've always from a very, very young age made art, knew I loved making art, got a lot of support and encouragement. Always kind of knew what I wanted to do. I have an idea, but I don't really have all of the details fully fleshed out. Those kind of come when I'm working. I like to say that the art tells me what it wants. So with these are my kitchen witches, which are a Norwegian tradition. And so my idea for these specifically was to use the wine bottles to create a figure like I have been, but then I wanted them to be able to open so that you could keep all of your little kitchen odds and ends in there, keep them nice and safe. Their faces are made from a paper clay that I make myself out of junk mail. The bottle, of course, is a recycled wine bottle. And the whole thing is wrapped in scrap yarn, and the hat, shawl, scarf, all of that is just bits of scrap fabric. I've made figures very similar to these, but instead of yarn, they're covered in plastic bags that I fuse and melt and tie together. The summer after I graduated, I went and interned with Leica Studios, which is sort of the biggest name in stop motion animation. And I was assigned to the puppet fabrication department, where I got to do a little bit of everything, which was really cool. I got to sew costumes, I got to work on hair. Probably my favorite part and my biggest claim to fame is when you're watching the movie, all of the little trolls in the background, they all have labels on their boxes, and those labels are all beat up and scuffed, and I'm the one that scuffed those labels. Head label scuffer. It's not in the credits, don't look for it. Halloween is my favorite holiday. It is the holiday for creativity that we have here in the US. I grew up, of course, with my dad making my own Halloween costumes with him. And then I also like spooky things. Anything ghostly, anything witchy, anything a bit ghoulish, which I think is pretty common for people that are always a little bit of a weirdo, of an outsider. We really sympathize with ghosts and ghoulies. I like making friends out of recycled materials, and that's sort of my end goal. I've always felt a very strong attachment to inanimate objects, and these little tiny figures are so automatically endearing. And so what I hope is when someone's looking at my work, they'll see one piece in particular and know that that's their kitchen witch. That's the one that needs to be in their kitchen, because there's a connection and almost interpersonal connection there.